What's up? What kind of project are you working on right now? Because today I want to talk about having multiple projects at once. Why do I even have multiple projects? Because I get bored super fast. I remember in school when you had to work on one project at a time. It was fun at the start, but after a while, boredom hit me. If I'm gonna do just one project, I need to do it in one day, pretty much, so I don't lose interest in it. Or it has to be something really awesome that I can do multiple days but not lose interest in it. But those are very rare. And the biggest reason I get this boredom is because of my ADHD. That side of me wants stuff done fast. Even if I want to take my time for it, but not easy when you lose interest in stuff and after a while forget you worked on it. This does not only happen with drawing projects, YouTube, etc., but also in video games. If a game like Assassin's Creed Valhalla takes too long to beat, I lose interest. So a perfect time for a video game for me is 30 hours. Above it and I will struggle. If not, the story is super duper good that I can't put down the controller. But if I have to do side stories to move on the main, you lose me big time. So what do I do to battle this? Well, I have multiple projects running at the same time, so I can shift between them. That way I might not lose interest in them. Sadly not done this when it comes to video games, but I will start doing it. How do I even manage something like this? To have multiple projects? Well, it all starts as an idea. An idea I write down in a note-taking app like Beer Notes or Craft Docs. I make a list of stuff I want to draw. When I start drawing that thing, I move it into another list. Write down that program I use and what for. In that new list, I can only have 3 projects. I only have 3 projects running at the same time. More than that and you can get lost. 3 is the perfect number. Some projects I do faster than others, so some of them never make the new list at all because I never do breaks from them. They are done in one sitting. Sure, some ideas sounds great when I'm writing down, but the longer I wait on doing it, I can lose interest in it. That can be both good and bad. The good because something new will take that spot. The bad is that you not want to do it. And you should not force yourself to do something that you are not interested in doing. That will just ruin you. But if you keep it in the list, that interest might pop up back up. So don't remove it right away. From one thing to another. Subscribe to my newsletter, The Howling, where I share art tips, behind the scenes and more. And don't forget to join the Discord community where you can share your own art. Back to the topic. So why 3? Well, if you are like me and get bored fast, 3 different projects is good to have. You can move between them however you like. You can even move to another project if you feel lost on the old. So when you come back, you see it in a new perspective. Or even the other projects might unlock new doors for the old. So many possibilities. I do this all the time, go between them. Some get done faster than others, and others might never get done. But that is okay too. Not every project needs to be completed, especially if you don't feel like it. You should never push yourself to do something you don't want to do. If you do, the project might turn out very bad, and we don't want that. But you should not have more than 3. Sure, if you can have more, do it, but I recommend you only have 3 at any given time. You can have less, even better, but not more than 3. But how did I come up with just 3? Well, I felt it was the right number to have. And then I came across the same number while reading the book Free to Focus by Michael Hyatt. In that book, he tells you to choose 3 important tasks that you want to complete each day. If you can't, you move them to the next or a day it will fit better. So you see, 3 is the magic number. I'm one of those people that need to complete everything. Do every stage in a drawing. Sketching, inking, coloring, rendering. I can't just leave it undone. Why I envy many people out there just doing sketches and it turned out to be awesome. Something to work on for sure. But like I said earlier, if I lose interest in something, I just leave it. So what do I do with those projects that I lose interest in when they are in the big free list? Well, I move it into another list, a not done yet list. There it will sit until I feel like working on it again. I have one project there already, a project I don't feel I have the right knowledge yet to do. I want to draw a werewolf, but I don't feel like I have the knowledge for it yet. So I moved it into this list until I do. But sometimes when you get a really good idea that you can't stop thinking of it, sit down and do that idea might be the best option. I can get those time and time again, and write it down into a list is not the best. Because if I do, I stop thinking of it, and then I lose interest. Some projects is just better off starting right away instead of putting them in a list. Getting the things you have in your head on the paper the moment you get them is most of the time the best solution. And it also trains you in the process. And this works with everything. If you get an idea for a photo shoot, do it. Most of the time, those with less planning are those that turn out the best. You can keep track of these projects in different apps out there, or even in a notebook, if you want to go old school. I'm using Beer Notes and Craft Docs myself, Apple devices only, sadly. But you have so many out there, and even those default apps on your phone will work perfect. No need to pay extra if you don't need to. Just make sure you separate them in a good way so they don't melt into each other and you don't know what's going on. I recommend one list with all your ideas, a different list maybe in a table view with your 3 current projects, and the third with the projects that is on hold. I also created a simple Notion tablet that will go with this, if you're interested, of course. We'll be on Gumroad. I hope you got something out of this. Until next time, happy drawing!